Alright lads, welcome back to Hamilton Football. Today we are against Stewarton, who are already promoted to the top league, so let's get into it, the starting 11. So we've got Jared in nets today, Ross, Bailey and Tank centre backs, Hendy left mid, Nev right mid and Dawson coming in as a trialist, and Grant in middle is the park as well. Hedgie, Muzz and Lummer are the three up top, and 5 subs today are Robbie, myself, Brandon, Rab and Parky. So let's get into the game. So Stewarton are, well, they're in their Partick Thistle kit, then Daly obviously in their Clareton blue. So Jared punting that one up, and it is Nev going up for the header. Number 6 wins it but goes straight up in the air. That is Dawson winning the header, but it just came straight back to us, and then Tank went in for a tackle, won the ball, and then the ref gives him a yellow card. That's not a yellow card, it shouldn't be a yellow card. Jared punts that one forward again, number 8 wins that one, and number 6 takes it down, or tries to take it down anyway. Muzz gets in front of him, gives it back to Hedgie, Hedgie onto Hendy, Hendy gives it back to Ross, Ross punts it up, and Dawson, I don't think he's got much chance of winning a header against that big centre back, but it comes back to Nev. He hits it on the volley, not the best connection, but he does show good strength there to hold off 2 men and give it back to Tank. Tank then with a poor ball, but then wins the ball back, goes through a tackle. That big number 8 didn't want it. He then plays it through to Hedgie. Hedgie with a lot of time down that far side. He forgets to take the ball with him a bit, does a step over and then tries a cross in, but doesn't quite get by the man. But he passes it back to Tank, Tank hits it, and that one was always rising. So I noticed that Stewarton had a photographer of their own, but there's only room for one of us in this business. But nah, I'm kidding, he was a photographer, I obviously do the videos. So yeah, Muzz now on the ball, holding off a man, and yeah, he's getting pulled all over the place, and we get the free kick. Nev is going to whip that one in, and Grant's there, but he can't direct the header on target. And you can't really see the tackle, but Hedgie goes in and then goes in for another tackle. Number 7 keeps a hold of him, and Hedgie kind of kicks him. Hedgie says he shook him off, he was trying to shake him off his leg. Whether that happened or not, I'll leave that with Hedgie. But yeah, so he got sent off, and that number 7 holding his head, but a bit cringy. He didn't kick him in his head, he kicked him in the back, and yeah, so sent off Hedgie down to 10 men against a good team Stewarton, so it's going to be tougher than what it already was, and it's 25 degrees, so that doesn't help either. Well, I mean, I'm not complaining, it's hot weather. Anyway, just onto the game again. Stewarton on the attack, and number 7 gives it through to number 9, and he was wanting a penalty for that. Like that was never going to be a penalty. Tank was obviously not happy with him going down for a penalty, but now this number 7, obviously he was getting ripped into for holding his head back there, and so he does it again, and yet again just cringing a bit like that. It's kind of embarrassing. So yeah, now Dawson going up for a header, goes over him, and Bailey winning the ball. It comes to Lum. Lum takes it down, gives it on to Dawson, but they clear it. Bailey then holds off his, or 10 holds off Bailey rather. 9 then takes the ball. They're on a 3-on-1, and number 9, he messes up so bad. They definitely should have got a goal there, because they had 2 players over in this near side that he could have passed to. Muzz holding up the ball, and then eventually laying it off to Dawson. Dawson goes and cuts in front of number 11 and gets the foul, and Hendy is going to be over this one for a shot, and it's a pile driver pass back to the keeper. But yeah, that's going to be half time, and 0-0. It's not been a game of a lot of chances, but there's been a couple chances. Lum now on the ball, a good 1-2 with Muzz, nice flick for him. And Lum, I thought he should have kept on driving there, but he tried to give it to Parky, but he won the ball back, and Muzz now on the ball at the edge of the box, tries to give it back to Lum, but the keeper's going to get there before Lum does, and that's the end of that play. So from the goal kick, their player passes it straight to Parky. I don't actually know who he was passing to, but I thought Parky should have hit the early shot, but he didn't, and he got tackled. Lum now on the ball, and just whether it's a free kick or not, the ref gave advantage, and there was no advantage, so the ref didn't even pull it back. Like, I'm not saying that was a free kick, but the ref was going to give a free kick, but he played advantage and he didn't give the free kick, if you know what I mean. But yeah, number 11 goes and wins a header against Jared. I mean, how he won that, because Jared's like 6'5" or something. So yeah, he just got the jump on him, and yeah, my first involvement in the game when I came on, gave the ball away, and then they come forward with it. Number 9 has a shot, Jared saves it, and it comes to Bailey. Bailey with a decent amount of time here to just clear that one up the wing, but it gets headed back onto number 7. Number 7 gives it into their striker. He waits for the overlapping run by number 8. He takes a touch, has a shot, and yet again another good save by Jared. They get a cross in down the far side, and Grant is going to press the ball over this near side. They get another cross in. It's Bailey to header it out. Comes out to number 14 and tries a wee ball roll or something like that, but Tank has none of it, gets the tackle in. Now we're in a counter attack. Tank making the run by Parky. Parky gives it to Tank. Tank cuts inside, gives it on to Brandon. Brandon then takes it down, gives it back to Parky. And I was there for the cutback, but Parky had about 2 or 3 shots that got blocked eventually. Tank tried a drag back, which I thought was a bit adventurous for him. Jared now punting the ball forward, and they win the header, but it comes to Nev. Nev holding off his man. There's a couple fouls in there, eventually gets a free kick, and it's going to be Nev over the free kick, and he hits it, but it's neighbour Bruno Alves anyway. But so yeah, they come on the attack again, and down that far side they play it through to their striker, and they go through. He just gets there in front of Jared and pokes it by him, and that is 2-0. So yeah, there was only about 10-15 minutes left in this game, and then Tank in the middle of the field with the pass, but it gets intercepted by their defender, and then they go forward again, and one more pass to number 12. Has a shot, Jared makes a good save, but the rebound falls straight to him, and he puts that one in the front post. So yeah, that's 3-0, and Stuart now coming on the attack again as Grant gets a tackle in, and it comes to Parky. Parky lays it off to Brandon. Brandon, he actually runs away a long way with this and waiting for options. He eventually gets Parky, puts him in. Parky has a shot, and then it gets taken out by number 8, and we actually conceded a penalty for the exact same thing on Wednesday night when the other team had a shot. It went out, but in the process of the guy shooting, Rab took him out and they got a penalty, and Big Max actually saved it. But yeah, that's the last game. If you haven't seen that one, there'll be a link on the screen to go to that. But yeah, that's going to be the end of the video. If you like it, please leave a like, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.